Yeah, I could buy a house right now, but I probably shouldn't, right? Why shouldn't you? Because the market's coming down? Wouldn't you rather buy when you have lower prices? Yeah, but they could get lower. Yeah, or they could get higher. I don't think so. I'm gonna wait until they get lower. And do you think anyone else has that idea? Oh yeah, everyone I talk to is saying the same thing. We're all waiting to buy. Then you're all gonna buy at the same time? Absolutely the exact same time. It's gonna be like a Black Friday sale where people are knocking over children for an air fryer. Yes, but for houses. And do you guys have the same taste in homes? Oh yeah, we do, but we're different from most people. We like turnkey modern farmhouse with like good lighting, spacious living quarters, and immaculate vibes. Right, so you're all gonna bid on the same home at the same time, causing bidding wars that increase prices, just like we saw over the past 2 years. There are 4 main categories of people that this changing market hugely benefits, and if this is you, well, you might want to reconsider waiting on the sidelines. It's Andrew Parker, your real estate agent here in sunny Southern California, helping you with the real estate needs. If you or anyone you know is looking to buy, sell, or invest around Orange County, feel free to give me a call. I would be happy to help you out. All right, right now is a golden opportunity to take advantage of the real estate market, but not for everyone. Today, we're going to be talking about the main categories that this market benefits and why listening to your friends and family who might be telling you to wait could cost you a bunch of money. Okay, let's dive right in. What are those 4 main categories? Well, first off, we've got buyers who haven't gotten a house over the past 2 years, cash buyers, investors, and then sellers who have massive equity in their home. Now, the list of reasons why you might need to move is pretty broad. A lot of people move because they got a new job, they've got a growing family, they've got a lease that's currently ending, or they honestly might just want to gain access to school systems for their kids. Now, when I say buyers in need, I think the best way to understand it is to focus on priority. The type of buyer that I'm talking about is not concerned so much with where the market might be going in the future. Their focus is to find the right house. The fact is, you're buying a place either to live in or to invest in, and those who need a place to live should not just focus only on the financials of the deal. If you need more space for a growing family and there are a ton of homes on the market that provide that space, then waiting for prices to go down even further could actually take those homes away from you as more buyers enter back into the market and start to purchase those properties up. So is it worth potentially saving a few bucks if it means losing the right home for your family? Well, this buyer would say no. Okay, so why is the market so good for this person? Well, there's more inventory to choose from than you've kind of seen over the past 2 years considering how many buyers are out there right now. Think about a family that just had children during the pandemic. They might have wanted to have more space initially, but if they haven't moved, they might need more space now that the child is 1 to 2 years old and growing. Well, the fact that there's more inventory on the market for you buyers out there means that you've got more options to choose from to find that right home for your family. Additionally, prices have actually started to come down in Orange County. Now, I make market update videos on my channel, and if you're interested in that, feel free to go watch them there, but prices have actually come down about 6% in Orange County over the past 2 months. You also see a lot less competition in the market since most buyers have actually put things on pause due to rising interest rates. In fact, there are about only half the amount of buyers today as there were at the same time last year. Now, because of all this, you actually gain a lot more negotiating power as well. Escrow cancellations have become a lot more frequent, unfortunately, and because there's a lack of buyers available for backup offers, most sellers do not want to lose out on the deal. Because of this, price decreases for neglected properties are possible, and you don't see the crazy bidding wars that we used to see in 2021. All right, now our cash buyers. In my opinion, buyers with all cash are the most powerful in the market today, and there are a lot more opportunities for them that buyers with a loan just do not have. For those that don't know, if you're purchasing a property all cash, that means that you're paying the entire price in full. You're paying it with your own money, so you're not taking out a loan, and you're not going to have any monthly payments toward a mortgage. And because of this, rising interest rates don't affect your deal because, well, you aren't paying interest. In fact, it's actually a great thing that interest rates are going up for you because it's sending a lot of the buyers who are using a loan, which is typically majority of the buyers, away from the market, meaning you have significantly less competition to deal with. We actually have not seen this low of demand during this time of the year since we started tracking in Orange County. If you check out our pending sales data for the month of June 2022, the only times where we had less than today's demand was during the end of the year, which is known to be the slowest time for real estate. Every other June is toward the peak demand for each year since most people buy during the summer, but today's is lower than every other year's summer. Let that sink in. Active buyers have the lowest competition at this time of the year since beginning the tracking 14 years ago, and cash buyers can take advantage of that. And then obviously you have more inventory to choose from, and we've been seeing price decreases becoming a lot more frequent as properties sit on the market. Now on to our investors. The investors that I'm talking about are the buy and hold investors, not the HGTV fix and flip. Fix and flip is a short-term plan that works really well when a market is appreciating, but with the downward pressures we are seeing in this market today, it makes fix and flip a lot more difficult to turn a profit. Now, these buy and hold investors are purchasing residential and commercial properties and renting them long term. This gives them the benefit of property appreciation, rental income, and tax advantages, to name a few. Remember, short term, the stock market and the real estate market can go up and down. We never know. But long term, they both have always gone up. And that's why the buy and hold strategy tends to be a safer bet. Now, at the same time that our buyer demand has gone down, we've also seen a huge spike in our active inventory. And on top of that, a lot of the sellers out there are stuck in 2021 where prices wouldn't stop going up, and because of that, they're listing their homes way too high and those homes aren't selling. This could provide a perfect opportunity for investors out there to make low offers on the homes that have been sitting too long and see if they get accepted at a steep discount. Now, odds are, if the seller needs to sell and it's been sitting for way too long, they're going to have to lower their expectations so that they can move. With a steep decrease in demand, buyers have needed to find a new place to live, and a lot of them are turning to renting. In most cases, if they're currently in a lease and they're facing a lease renewal, then unfortunately they're also facing a rent increase, which could force them to move. Well-priced rental units can provide these tenants with a new home and can also help investors fill their vacancy quickly. And then just like our other buyers, there's a lot less competition out there and lower prices than before. Okay, what about our sellers? Let's give them some love. Well, mid to long-term homeowners have a wonderful opportunity to tap into the equity that they built in their property. Obviously, if they want to avoid selling, they could always do a cash out refinance to leverage the equity and buy a second property, but we're just going to focus on selling. Now, these homeowners saw their property's value skyrocket in the past 2 years, about 35% in Orange County. And because of this, the equity held in their home is massive and can provide them many opportunities to purchase a new one. Now, even though they saw this amazing rally, a lot of them didn't sell because they didn't know where to go with a lack of inventory and high competition. But now that inventory has gone up and competition has come down, there are many opportunities to cash in on their property's value and find a great new home to live in. Additionally, sellers who needed to sell prior to purchasing their new home would usually need to submit what's called a contingent offer. This basically means that they promise the owner of the new home that they want that they will buy that house, but they need the opportunity to sell their current home in order to raise the money. Back in 2020 and 2021, most sellers weren't willing to accept contingent offers, and honestly, they didn't need to, considering they had 20 to 30 offers on every house, many of which were non-contingent offers that they could accept right away. 2022 is a different story now that competition has decreased and the market slowed down a bit. Contingent offers have a much larger chance of being accepted these days, and that really helps these homeowners out. The one caveat is that these homeowners need to price their home to sell. As we spoke about with our previous buyers, a lot of sellers are stuck in this 2021 mindset where they're overpricing these homes. And because of that, they're not selling. Demand used to be a given in 2020 and 2021, but now you need to actively drive it. And the best way to drive that is to price your home well so it doesn't sit on the market collecting dust. Now, one key point during a market slowdown is that you should buy and hold your property for the mid to long term. I consider that basically anything past 5 to 7 years. That's honestly the best way to safely build your wealth because over the long term, as we mentioned before, real estate always goes up. In fact, if you had bought a home back at the peak in 2007, people probably would have told you short term that that was an awful call, considering the fact that the crash came in 2008 and 2009. But long term, if you had held that property and sold today, then you would have seen your price go up 67% in just those 15 years, which is still great in real estate. In other words, that's like buying a house today at basically a 40% discount. And I know many people that would be willing to give up a child for that type of deal today. Yet short term, people would have told you made a bad move back in 2008 and 2009. Now, an actual bad call would be to do something crazy like not investing in the subscribe button where you can get free knowledge from me every time I post a video. Now, in conclusion, there are absolutely opportunities out there during a shifting market, and it's important to double check what your goals in real estate are to see if this market's favoring you. I think a lot of people that should be buying a house right now are falling into the trap of listening to what their friends and family say, even though they might not have the same goals as you. Now, if you still think that you should wait to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, at least take this time to prepare to act quickly. So many of the buyers that left the market are absolutely chomping at the bits to get back in if interest rates or prices come down. During downturns is where a lot of people have built a ton of wealth. And if you don't take this time to talk to a real estate agent and get things squared away with a good plan, then you can waste all of this time for nothing. And that would really suck. That's been today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video useful, please consider leaving a like and subscribe to my channel. It helps me out a ton. Also, be sure to hit the Calendly link down in the description below where we can set up a call or a meeting to discuss your real estate goals and how you plan to take advantage of this changing market. But with that, I'll see you in the next one.